Hi everybody, Danny Griffin here again, and welcome back. Thanks for coming back to see lesson number 2 in the DPPO 20 formula. Okay, let's just go back and do a little review before we start here. The first part of this magic formula that we've discovered here with the Craig Proctor system is database management. Now, I could give it a little slash at the end and I'll put the initials up here, LM, because technically it also includes lead management. Clearly, you're going nowhere without lead management, lead generation. That's a very critical part in any systemized approach. And the great thing about Craig's system is that that's all automated. So I know you won't believe this if you've never been introduced to Craig's system before, but we actually reverse prospect our leads. In other words, these leads come to us. They raise their hand and say, yes, I'm interested in buying or selling property because of some unique selling propositions that we would offer. So that's for another day and another time, but I want to make it clear that database management goes hand in hand with lead management. So if you can envision a systemized approach that is generating leads, and don't worry about it, even if you're seeing this sort of thing for the first time and it's really outside the box, let's just assume that all you're doing business with is referrals or past clients or whatever it may be. But let's say you meet somebody out at a restaurant, a PTA meeting. It doesn't matter really where you meet them. The point is you're going to have a nice lead management system that I initial D for database management. Because quite frankly, if you ever went to value your business, or for example on Wall Street, if somebody were to come along and buy out a business, the first thing they're going to ask is, who do you do business with? Show me. What kind of business? What tracking methods have you done to keep in touch with that business and make sure that it's profitable? So the D becomes absolutely critical, and that's why I put it first. That's really where you need to focus to begin with. So database management, lead management. Now, the second part of this formula, P. Let's fill that in so we know what we're talking about here. Okay? Phones. Phone work. Now remember, this example always assumes something very basic and simple. I know all of you have this perception that successful real estate agents like myself, like Craig Proctor, oh, we work thousands and thousands of hours. We don't. As a matter of fact, with systemized approaches, we work probably less than you do on each specific task because we have efficiencies built in. So now you see this, we all have electronic databases at this point in time. So as the lead comes in, all the critical information has been given to us by that lead. We'll capture that, we'll place it in the database. But the first call to action we give ourselves is a phone follow-up call. Okay? Very critical to be blocking out this time. Now again, if I go down to the 20, I want to go back to that assumption of a 40-hour work week. That's where I was going with this. A 40-hour work week, Monday through Friday, is all I'm assuming here so that you can't look at me and say, I don't have enough time. This is a time management system built into real estate, okay? So again, this is 20 hours because what I'm doing here in each one of these categories, and I'll put it up here, I know it'll be hard to see, but I'll explain it as well. You're going to have 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, okay? So that you're going to have 5 hours a week on database management, okay? Same thing here with phones. 1 hour a day, 5 days a week is going to give us the 5 hours, okay, per week. I'm sorry. That's the math there. 1 times 5 is what we're looking for. So in other words, 1 hour a day for database management. Focus, though. I'm talking laser focus, where you own this like you would a listing presentation. I know you all wouldn't blow off a listing presentation. You wouldn't blow this off either, okay? So phone work is like an appointment. It becomes critical, where all of the leads that you have to follow up with, and I don't care what they are, but one of the critical mistakes here is that people think phone work is just about prospecting, looking for new business. That's a huge mistake. I would argue that phone work is the time each day that you even want to be speaking to the people primarily that you've already spoken to a couple of times before. Now, I often joke, if you think about the evolution of a lead, well, they're sort of like the chart of man. If you look back on the chart of mankind, you look about 4 back, and they look like this, right? That's your new lead, whereas somebody you've spoken to already is beginning to grow a spine and get upright a little bit more so that you want to make sure your phone work not only includes the new business, but also the people you've been cultivating over time. And by the way, we've sold property in this very office here where we have talked to people for a long time. So phone work, 1 hour a day, 5 days a week is 5 hours. all those phones should be set up, that phone work should be set up through the database management so that when you walk in, you're not dinging around looking for phone numbers and organizing. You open up your day timer, you get on that phone, laser focus time, and you dial up and continue to cultivate and do business. That's going to end our session for today. Now we've crossed off the D and the P. Can't wait to see you next time for the second P in the formula. Thanks again. I'm Danny Griffin, founder of TheRealtyClass.com.